Bangladesh. India has strongly condemned the demolition of the Durga temple in Dhaka, criticizing the role of the Mohammad Yunus-led interim government. The Ministry of External Affairs in the statement said that the interim government of Bangladesh allowing the destruction of the temple by projecting it as a case of illegal land use is unacceptable. The temple was demolished by the Yunus administration 2 days after a large mob had threatened to bring it down. As per reports, the Durga Mandir in Dhaka was demolished based on an order that was issued by the Bangladesh Railways Dhaka division. As bulldozers carried out demolition, Hindu men and women who were present at the site were seen breaking down in tears. A huge contingent of army and police officers had also arrived at the temple premises to carry out the demolition order. The cries of the Hindu devotees fell on deaf ears as the bulldozers proceeded to bring down the structure. The Ministry of External Affairs has underlined that it is the duty of the Yunus-led interim government of Bangladesh to protect Hindus and ensure the safety of their places of worship.
We understand that extremists were clamoring for demolishing the Durga temple in Khilket, Dhaka. The interim government, instead of providing security to the temple, projected the episode as illegal land use and they allowed the destruction of the temple today. This has resulted in damage to the deity before it was shifted. We are dismayed that such incidents continue to reoccur in Bangladesh. Let me underline that it is the responsibility of the interim government of Bangladesh to protect Hindus, their properties and religious institutions.
Now, viewers, Sonia Gandhi and several other leaders of the opposition had accused the Modi government of being silent on the devastation in Gaza and the Israeli attack on Iran. In an op-ed article, Sonia Gandhi had accused the government of departing from India's long-standing moral and diplomatic traditions. But when it comes to Hindus of Bangladesh, the opposition leaders aren't as vocal as they are for Gaza and Iran. At best, we only hear token condemnation over the plight of Hindus in Bangladesh. But in this latest case of Dhaka temple demolition, there is stoic silence from the opposition leaders. Why? We leave it up to you to ponder upon. My colleague Sabyasachi is joining us on the broadcast with the details. Sabyasachi, there have been a lot of concerns of the Hindus living in Bangladesh, and India has raised it time and again with Bangladesh as well. But what's also surprising is how there is selective silence from the opposition leaders, which has been called out time and again, speaking about Gaza, speaking about Palestine, yet refusing to speak up about the plight of Hindus in Bangladesh.
Well, that's right, Pratibha. See, there has been a selective outrage from the opposition side. We had seen that during the Israel and Gaza conflict, several of the opposition parties and their leaders, be it the Congress party or the CPIM, in fact, they had put out press release after press release extending their support to Gaza and calling out Israel. But when it comes to the Hindus who have been continuously suffering in Bangladesh, the opposition are absolutely silent about this. Now, the latest incident about the Ma Durga temple, which had been demolished in the capital Dhaka. Now, the entire incident unfolded when a mob tried to vandalize the temple. They abused in foul language to the devotees. In fact, they threatened to kill them. And when these devotees reached out to the police station for help, immediately after that, in the name of eviction, the entire temple was demolished. The idol of Ma Kali as well as Lord Shiva was completely demolished in front of the devotees. So time and again, such atrocities against the Hindus is continuously taking place in Bangladesh, and the interim government of Bangladesh is absolutely silent about it, and this shows the intent of their government as well as how the Jamaat and radicalized elements have taken over the government of Bangladesh. And this is not one of the incidents when a Hindu temple has been targeted in Bangladesh, and that is a very important point which has been highlighted by the Ministry of External Affairs, that it is the responsibility of the interim government to safeguard the minorities, to safeguard the Hindus in Bangladesh. Now the opposition back home speaks about that the minorities are under threat, they are being targeted by the BJP government, but clearly these opposition and these leaders are absolutely silent silent about the fact that the Hindus, the minorities in Bangladesh, are continuously being targeted, killed, and they have been facing atrocities in the name of religion over there.
Okay, all right. So this was a mandir that was in Bangladesh, and what's also disturbing, Sabyasachi, is that there were several devotees who were there at the spot, and they were crying and wailing and asking the administration to stop, but they refused to do so. And previously, when Muhammad Yunus had taken over, he had said that it is his duty to protect all minorities, but unfortunately, the reality on ground seems to suggest otherwise.
Well, that's right, Pratibha. See, the devotees broke down yesterday when they saw that how the idol of goddess Kali, the idol of Lord Shiva, was completely being demolished in the name of eviction. And now, in fact, the devotees had reached out to the administration asking that they should give them some amount of time, because today is Rath Yatra. They wanted to take out Rath Yatra in Dhaka tomorrow, and after which they can carry out the eviction. But what is shocking is that they not only demolished the temple, but they also demolished and crushed the idols of Lord Shiva and idol of goddess Kali in front of the devotees. And that really speaks about what is exactly happening in Bangladesh, how in the name of religion the Hindus are continuously being targeted. And this is nothing but vendetta, because just 12 hours before, when a mob attacked the temple, threatened them that they are going to vandalize the temple, they threatened them to kill them, and immediately in the name of eviction, the railway comes up stating that the temple is in the land of railway, and that is the reason why they had to carry out eviction. But what is shocking to see is that how, in the way they demolished the idol of goddess Kali and Lord Shiva in front of the devotees, and that what questions the opposition parties back home here, because they have been extending their support to Gaza, but completely silent on these atrocities, which has been taking on a regular basis, in fact.
Okay, all right. And India has very strongly taken it up, with the Ministry of External Affairs also saying that it is the duty of the Yunus government to ensure the rights of the minorities, of the Hindus in Bangladesh. Listen into the statement by the MEA.
We understand that extremists were clamoring for demolishing the Durga temple in Khilket, Dhaka. The interim government, instead of providing security to the temple, projected the episode as illegal land use and they allowed the destruction of the temple today. This has resulted in damage to the deity before it was shifted. We are dismayed that such incidents continue to reoccur in Bangladesh. Let me underline that it is the responsibility of the interim government of Bangladesh to protect Hindus, their properties and religious institutions.
Well, with that, it's time for us to slip into a short break here. Thanking my colleague Sabyasachi